Hello everyone and welcome to our latest YouTube video. So, we're two brothers, I'm 19 and he's 21 and we're both financially free. The reason we're financially free is because we built our Airbnb business throughout the last 2 years and that has allowed us to leave our jobs and work full-time on them. Today, we're going to speak about the 5 steps that you should do to get ahead in 2025. But before we get into that, I just want to speak a little bit about responsibility. So what this means is that you are in your current situation because you got you there. You can't blame anyone else, you can't blame any external factors, it's because of you. You are clearly not the person to hit your goal. For example, if your goal is 10k per month, you are not he who can make 10k a month, he or she who can make 10k a month. And that's simply because of you. It's because of nothing else, nobody else, no other opportunities, anything like that. You didn't miss anything, it's simply because you are not the correct person, so you need to change. Nothing else needs to change except for you.
And this isn't necessarily step one, but I want to make sure our preface is, in order to change, you first need to understand that you want to be up here and you're currently down here and that this is wrong and that this is right. So in order to, the first step basically is to make sure that you accept that change is needed, and the 5 steps that we give you today will hopefully facilitate that change for you.
You're probably the person that sets your New Year's resolutions and never reaches them. And this is very more common than you think. And that's simply because you're not the type of person that can do that. So what we're going to help you to do is we can give you 5 ways that you can be the person to actually stick to your goals and to get stuff done in 2025.
And our goal is basically for each of these steps to be quite actionable, so you can actually take notes, you can go away and you can make sure you put these in action just in time for 2025, because we're going to get this out before the end of 2024. Okay, so step number 1, let's focus on taking action. Now, you probably hear this all the time, it's very, very cliche. People talk about taking action, taking action, taking action. It's easy to say, but it's hard to explain. So I'm going to try that right now. So when I say taking action, what I mean is a lot of people who, they don't get things done year on year on the basis that they think they're too young. They think the opportunity isn't correct. They think they need more savings. They think they're too old. There's a lot of examples of millionaires who are 16, millionaires who are 65, people who they just get started and it works, and that can definitely be you. Chances are what you're doing is you're letting all these little silly excuses, let time, basically you're using those excuses, let time go by, stopping yourself from hitting your goals. What's going to happen if you keep doing that is you will look on year, you will look back and you'll see that nothing is changing. You're stuck. And for us, what pushed the needle severely in our business is taking action. We just decided that anything that we could reasonably think of doing within our means. So when we say take action, we don't mean just go and spend loads of money wasting it. That's not what we mean. We mean anything that you know you should be doing, because you know what you should be doing. That's the reality of it. Even we were the same. We've analyzed ourselves recently and we always know as humans what we should be doing. We know what the right thing is. The issue comes in actually doing it. So if you actually spend time this year developing the muscle, it's simply a skill in taking action and actually doing what you know you should be doing. Guess what? You'll be way ahead, because things only change in the real world when you take action. If you don't take action, nothing will happen.
And you've said every day for the past year that you'll start tomorrow. When will tomorrow come? Because before you know it, you'll have a mortgage, you'll have kids, you'll have no room for risk. So you need to make that tomorrow today and get started right now. And the second step for you to get ahead in 2025 is for you to be selective. Now what this means is that you need to be selective with your habits, your friends, the people you're around. For example, if you have people around you, if your friends are crushing your dreams and letting you know that you're not good enough to reach your dreams, you need to get rid of them, or at least distance yourself. Because getting told that you're not good enough is never going to push you forward. Like doubt, only so much doubt is good before it actually starts to get into you. So you need to be around people who are supporting your dreams. You need to be around people who are going to help your dreams come true.
And just to be actionable, we're not saying cut off all of your friends because you think they're on the wrong path. That's not what we're saying. We know how, when I used to grow up watching content and people be like, oh, distance your circle, make it really, really small. That's not what we mean. What we mean is if you know, and you always know this, if people are on the wrong path or if they're on the right path, the people on the right path, you should probably spend more time with them as opposed to people on the wrong path. Limit this one and spend more time with people on the right path, because at the end of the day, you want your goals. And if you want your goals, you should be willing to sacrifice for your goals, because they're not going to come easy and they're not going to come for free. Another thing that you need to be selective about is your energy as well. The way that successful people see it is you start a day, this is quite literal, you start a day with 100 units of energy, right? That's the way they see it. So for instance, 100 units of energy, and imagine that every time you do something throughout the day, a unit of energy goes away. So you make a certain decision, or let's say you go on social media. You're spending your attention, which is very, very valuable, your time, which is non-refundable, and putting it into just scrolling on Instagram. That's not going to get you anywhere. You need to be selective on what you do, because that's what you haven't been doing, and that's what's put you into your current situation. And for step number 3, I'm going to speak about setting specific goals. Now, you hear this all the time, I know you do, about setting goals, but the reality is, goals allow you to know where success lies. If you have that feeling that you're stuck, which I used to have a lot, he used to have a lot, we both used to sit there, when we used to wake up, staying awake at night, we used to think we're stuck, we're not going to go anywhere. It's because we didn't actually know where we wanted to go. If you don't know where you want to go, you will never be able to get there because you don't know the right direction to follow. When you set specific goals for yourself, that's when you can start to basically create a life which facilitates those goals. For instance, if you want to leave your job, what should you do? You should replace your income, right? That's the best way to do it. You can obviously leave your job and sacrifice all of your income, but what's that going to do? It's just going to put you back in a job later at time. The goal here should be, let's say you're making, what's the normal site, like £2,000 a month, let's say 30 grand a year, £2,000 a month, or $2,000 if you're American, whatever. Your goal should now be to create a business which creates this amount of income on a passive basis. So for instance, our goal was to leave work, and we've now done that. How do we do it? Through Airbnb. Airbnb creates consistent passive income which allowed us to leave our jobs. We're able to cover both of our incomes and even more through Airbnb, and the only reason we were able to actually do that is because we knew we were successful, because we set out for it specifically. Everybody you know that has achieved great things has seen it happening before time, because they set specific goals and created a life to facilitate those goals. That's the exact way that you need to approach it this year, because if you're not specific, you will stay stuck because you won't even know where to go.
So you need to have your specific goals, and you also need to plan how to get there as well. So what this means that if your goal, for example, is to become a content creator, but you're not making content, like you can hear how it just doesn't make sense. So you need to plan how to get there, and you need to make the correct inputs that move you forward every single day closer towards your goal. So for step number 4 on how to get ahead in 2024, I'd say is to control your habits. So what this means is that the first thing you need to do is recognize your good habits and recognize your bad habits. Get rid of the bad habits and build on your good habits. So what is a bad habit? A bad habit is something that is a waste of time. So what this simply means is something that will give you short-term enjoyment. For example, clubbing, partying, drinking, eating sugar, watching series, playing games. All of that stuff is short-term game. In the long run, it's not going to get you anything. And you need to not get rid of them habits necessarily, but you need to at least limit them and mute them so they're not affecting your everyday life and they don't eat into your work. And with good habits, you need to do stuff such as run, read, eat healthy food, spend time with people you actually enjoy spending time with. You also need to start gym and basically just consistently moving forward, doing the correct steps to actually be successful, and you need to increase your good habits.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the main point that he's trying to drill home there is that, like we were speaking earlier, when you have a specific goal, your habits are the inputs which will allow you to get that specific output. It's basically how it works. Whatever comes in will be usually equivalent to whatever comes out, right? It's literally the universal law. And when you do more good habits, guess what's going to happen in your life? More good things are going to happen. Are you surprised? I'm definitely not. So that's the main point here. Focus on those good habits, focus on the good inputs, and making sure that you stay disciplined and perseverant. Like, the reason that you haven't hit your goals yet is because you haven't focused on the good habits enough. You might be telling yourself, oh, I read, oh, I don't drink, oh, I don't club. Okay, evidently you're not pushing the needle as far as you need to get to your goal because you're not there yet. So that's what you need to focus on.
100%. So what it is, of course, removing your bad habits is one thing, but then that leaves you with a whole day. And with that whole day, it's so easy to replace with more bad habits. So what you need to do is make sure with that whole day, you're focusing on replacing it with good habits so that you're actually living your start to end of the day is full of good stuff moving you forward rather than holding you back.
Okay, and step number 5, make sure that you invest in yourself. Now, what does this actually mean? What we mean is, let's say you're 20 years old now, you've been controlling your own life for 20 years and you haven't hit your goal. Now, I know you obviously haven't had the same goal since you were 0, of course, but let's say for the last 1, 2, 3 years, you've had that same exact goal and you haven't hit it, which means that And there's very good reason for that. It's probably because you're not yet the person that is able to hit that goal. But guess what? There's going to be people out there that have hit that goal and have hit it multiple times. If your goal is 10k per month, but you can find a mentor who's on 20k or 30k a month, 10k a month, they can easily get you to because they've already done it. Like there's a very simple principle in life, right? That we follow and that we would like. We know everyone that's successful follows as well. You should only ever take advice from people that are in the position that you want to be or that are above it. If people are below the position that you want to be in life, do not take that advice with regards to business, finance, stuff like that, or regards to the certain goal, because it's not going to be helpful to you. They're not in the position that you want to be in, so why would you listen to what they say? What we recommend is investing in yourself as a counter to basically that previous issue. Invest in yourself. Find a mentor. Find people around you. Even investing in like networking groups, investing into getting yourself in better rooms. Once you're in better rooms, your mind will be completely open as to what successful people do. The first thing I learned from networking was that successful people are just real humans. They're just people. Like, there's nothing special about them. They don't walk about and they don't glow. They don't fly. They don't have superhuman abilities. They're literally just people who have great habits. Like, that's the simple thing. They're just masters of the absolute fundamentals, and you learn that when you meet successful people and you speak to them. So this is what we'd like you to do: invest in yourself and make sure that this year is different, because you're getting external support to help you. If you're serious about this whole journey, this whole goal, you will find it so easy to invest in yourself. When you want a better gaming experience, you're happy to pay for a better Xbox. When you want a faster phone or better pictures, you buy a better phone. So why is it not the same with your goals? You're obviously not serious enough if you don't want to put your money where your mouth is.
100%. So the main thing with investing in yourself is you want to strengthen your skills to make you an asset, because you want to be the person that makes money. You don't want to be a cog in someone else's system. That's clearly why you're watching this video. So thank you everybody for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope them 5 steps are useful for you, and I hope you made notes and you do use them steps in your life and you're able to move forward with them. Obviously, this is probably like our 5th YouTube video, so we would appreciate advice, negative feedback, positive feedback. We don't mind as long as it's constructive. So please do feel free to leave any feedback in the comments, and check the description as well to book a call or to find our Instagrams.